Hi guys, welcome back to my kitchen. This is Chef Ajay Kumar and I will be cooking a plain paratha today. I'm cooking this on a special request from Andrew Hackett, who is a regular guest at Swadesh and dear friend of mine. A paratha is an Indian layered bread which is made in hundreds of different types. Now parathas are made in many different ways and with different toppings and different fillings. I will be making a simple plain paratha with the wheat flour. Let's get started. In a mixing bowl, add the wheat flour, season it with salt and mix well. Make a well in the center and pour in some warm water and start mixing. Do not add all the water in one time. Add the water little by little. And if you have added extra water, this is a time when you can add a little bit of extra dry flour. Once the water and flour has mixed, start kneading a dough. The paratha dough needs extra softness, so be patient and keep kneading until it is smooth. If you're kneading the dough first time, it'll take good 7 to 8 minutes. At this stage, add a little bit of oil and start kneading once more. This time, fold it, knead it, fold it and knead it. The secret of a based paratha is in perfectly kneaded dough. Work your flour into a nice and smooth dough. Mine looks perfect. Apply some oil and cover it with a damp cloth. Let it rest for about half an hour. After resting, the dough is set and ready. Dust your worktop with some dry flour and roll the dough into a thick cylinder and divide it into equal portions. Each portion should roughly be of 70 grams each or of the size of medium-sized tomato. Now between your palms, roll them into a shape of a bowl without any cracks. Now dust each dough bowl with this dry flour and roll it flat as thin as possible. Do not think of shape at this moment. Try to roll them as thin as possible. Drop melted butter, spread it with a spoon and sprinkle it with some flour. Now carefully lift one side and start making pleats, nicely folding the both ends. Stretch it a little and roll it into a coil and tuck the end underneath. It might sound a little bit difficult, but with a little bit of practice it is fairly easy. Let me show you once again. Pick the end of a paratha and then start folding into pleats carefully and slowly, and then roll it into a coil and tuck the end underneath. It might look a little bit difficult, but with a little bit of practice it's fairly easy. Your parathas are almost ready to be rolled, and at this point you can top them up with chopped garlic, coriander or mint powder. Now lightly dust the coil with the flour and press it gently with the hand first and then flatten it with the rolling pin. Roll it gently without applying any extra pressure and rotate your paratha a few times with the hands. Do not dust it again or your paratha will become dry or hard while cooking on a griddle. And do not worry about these cracks, these are actually layers, and gently press them with the hand. Slap it a few times and then put it on a hot griddle over a medium flame. Now there are two things that you should always remember before you start frying your parathas. Always use heavy base pan or skillet or a griddle, because if your pan is too thin, it's probably going to burn your parantha from the outside and it won't cook from inside, and you're not going to enjoy your parantha. And before you're going to slap your parantha on a griddle, make sure that it is on the heat, medium heat, for about 2 minutes before you put the parantha on the griddle, because if your pan or griddle is cold, it is going to make your parantha too crispy or probably hard, and you're not going to enjoy it. And if your pan is too hot, it's going to burn your parantha from outside and it probably won't cook from inside. So make sure that you keep both things in your mind. When you see bubbles forming, flip over. And when you see these brown spots, paste your paratha with melted butter and flip the side over and apply some butter on the other side as well. Now flip it over once again and make sure that it is well cooked by pressing it a few times. This paratha looks ready and it is crispy on the outside and soft in the inside, and is making me really hungry. Alright guys, I hope you loved watching this video. Please do let me know if you have any questions and I will always come back to you.